beautiful. The home on the right is a more typical. This is the Washingtonian home. I believe that's the one in Chicago, a sketch of it. Very similar to the ones that we see in Boston. But most of these were actually much smaller than either of these facilities. On the left, you see the Keeley Laboratories in Dwight, Illinois. And I say the laboratories because in 1879, Leslie Keeley announced publicly, alcoholism is a disease, or drunkenness is a disease, and I can cure it. And the way he cured it was the double bichloride of gold cure for a number of things. And if you couldn't get to his treatment center, he offered it in bottled forms. So this is the cure for drunkenness, the opium habit, the tobacco habit, and neurasthenia. Does anybody even in this area know what neurasthenia is? It would later be called nervous exhaustion, and Freud would call it neurosis. So if you want to talk about where did the treatment of co-occurring disorders begin in the United States? Well, here we are, Keeley Institute. People have often asked me, Bill, what was in that Keeley cure? People got 4 hypodermic injections per day while you were in the Keeley cure, and you also got these liquid tonics in between. The liquid tonics, we know, contained not only stimulants, arsenic, strychnine. Don't be shocked. I know these are poisons, but they were also typical stimulants used in medicines during this time period. But they also included, in some cases, powerful nauseant medications, so that people were told they could drink as much as they want to once they got, as soon as the medication kicked in, you were going to be cured anyway. So what do you think began to happen? Anyone who drank got the special blue bottle. And the blue bottle was this very powerful nauseant. So what do you think this is the beginning of? This is if you want to trace it back, this is the beginning of aversive conditioning, right, in the treatment of alcoholism. It's also going to have a long and pretty exotic history. We also know there were times that this formula changed multiple times, because the Keeley cure is going to go well into the 20th century. There are times this contained heavy metals, meaning that people were seriously injured, if not poisoned, maybe even in some cases killed by this. And we know at least one short period of time that we're almost sure that it contained cocaine hydrochloride, which was fairly typical because cocaine was being widely used as a treatment for morphine during this time period. In fact, as a sidelight, I think I got time to tell this very quick story. During this time period that Keeley's taken off, which is the late 1870s, one of the amazing things that I've run into in the treatment of addiction is a period in which pounds, and I did say pounds, of cocaine were prescribed for the treatment of morphine addiction. So I want to describe a case study in a medical journal. So in terms of an evidence-based treatment, this was an